Hey guys, it's Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group, and in today's video, we're going to review the Leitner LH255XL VOIP headset. So when I first saw this thing, you guys, I thought LH255XL plush, And then I saw how big and cush the headsets were on this thing, and I thought, oh, I get it now. Before we jump into this review, first of all, big thanks to the folks over at Leitner for sending us this headset for free for online review and demo. For those of you who may or may not know, Headsets.com owns an exclusive brand which is called Leitner. So Leitner is their brand. You can only get it from Leitner or Headsets.com. They actually are one of the only headset providers in the market that offer a 5-year warranty. They'll even let you demo this stuff free of charge, and they'll even pay for the shipping for you to send it back if you don't like it. These guys' customer service is excellent. We highly recommend them. Their pre-setup and sales customer service is great, and even their after-the-sale customer service, like if you don't like the product or if you just have questions and you want to chat with somebody about how to set up your product or get the most out of your product, these guys are great. So again, big thanks to the folks over at Leitner for sending this over. Let's jump right into this review and see what we got in the box. All right. So when they say plush, they are not kidding, you guys. Will you look at that? Just take a look at that. Beautiful design. It's very sturdy. Feels pretty strong. This is probably the cushiest headset that I have ever reviewed or put my hands on. Like, that just feels incredible. I mean, it literally feels like a really plush couch. We'll come back to that and do a full review on that thing, but first let's see what else is in the box. It looks like, for those of you who don't need all that cush, you know, there is a smaller version of the ear pads there. That's actually kind of cool. Also in the box is a quick disconnect cord. For those of you who aren't familiar with what the quick disconnect cord is, it is basically an adapter that allows you, typically it allows you to go to transfer back and forth between a USB cord to plug into an IP phone or computer, or you can get one that one end of the quick disconnect cord is also like an 8mm jack for those of you who may have a cell phone that uses 8mm jack, or a laptop or something like that, like I do. You know what? Screw it. Let's just open this and I'll let you guys see what the quick disconnect cord actually looks like. Man, they really got that safe. Yep. There you have it. So that is what it essentially looks like. The interface. You would actually plug into your actual headset. Like, let's make sure I get this right. Or am I getting this right? And like so. There you have it. So this only has USB, but I would assume that there is a way to get, you know, one that's got an 8mm or some other interface of sorts. As always, in the middle is your control box that allows you to pick up calls, mute calls, pick up or hang up call, mute call, volume up and down. Obviously, if this was connected to your computer, unless you're using a desktop app maybe, you would just be using the volume up and down and the mute. So I like that. It's nice and sturdy. Last but not least, inside the box was one of your traditional little foam things for your mic that you can throw on the tip of your mic like so. So I usually don't prefer to use these, but, you know, to each his own. Or her own. There you have it. Leitner LH255XL. Let's go ahead and put this thing on and see what it feels like. Then we're going to hop into some reviews and see what other folks are saying about it online, and we'll go from there. This thing is actually super comfy, you guys. Like, holy cow. Take a look at that. It's got good adjustability on the microphone. For folks that would prefer to have the microphone on the other side, you can flip it back the whole other way and then flip your headset around. I dig it. These are super, super comfortable, you guys. You can probably tell just how cushy those are. I really can't hear a whole lot of sound, so I don't know how loud I may or may not be talking. I really can't hear a whole lot of sound outside of this. And for folks that are in a louder environment, maybe your house is next to a street, maybe you work in a warehouse or something like that, where things are a little louder than usual and you need to be able to hear your callers, this actually is really nice for blocking out sound. I don't know that me personally, with kids in the house, that I need to kind of be able to hear a little bit of what's going on for safety reasons and to kind of know what's going on with them, that I'd want something this cushy that blocks out this much sound. But, you know, not to discredit this headset, that's why you got these. If you still want cush and a little bit of sound blocking, but you don't want the level of sound blocking as this. I like the big ear pads, but me personally, when I'm on a virtual meeting or something like that, I don't like to look like I've got something huge on my head. So this isn't really my style. I usually like something a little more incognito. Even though it's obvious that I'd be wearing a headset, it's not this loud and in your face. Some people may not care. For me, that's a personal preference. As far as internal sound, this is a Leitner. For you guys who frequented my channel, you know that we've done some reviews on some other Leitners, and they tend to have legendary noise cancellation capability. So I would expect that the noise cancellation on this mic is probably incredible, borderline like uncanny. So that's my thoughts there. The cable, the cord that comes with this thing is super, super long, you guys. It's one of the longest, let's back it up there. It's one of the longest headset cables that I've ever seen, and I've got a lot of headsets around here. So me personally, I would have just like zip ties or these little twist ties out the wazoo on this to cut back on the cable length. But, you know, if you're using this in a studio, and I just realized too, how cushy these are, it could be used in a studio or something like that. I mean, you might need the distance to be able to move around or something like that. Who knows? But that's a really long cable. That's my first impressions. Super comfortable. I don't know yet what the noise cancellation is, but it's a Leitner, and the mic looks almost identical to one that I use regularly for our VoIP calls, and it has pretty good noise cancellation, so I would assume this probably has great noise cancellation. Long cable, great control box here. It's got USB, so great for newer or modern IP phones that typically always have USB, as well as good for a USB connection on a computer for your virtual meetings. Let's hop online and see what people are actually saying about this thing in regards to what they think about it. The sound quality, the comfort, and the durability. All right, so it looks like the Leitner LH255XL goes for about approximately $184, $185. That looks like if you go through Amazon or through Leitner Direct, it looks to be about the same. As for the reviews, let's see what we got. All right, so here we go. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, but you guys know how I roll. I'm going to give you some good reviews, but I'm going to try to find some mid-grade, some mid-level reviews or impartial reviews and some bad ones just to keep it fresh, keep it real for you guys. Great sound, comfort, and amazing customer service, kind of like I told you, even though that doesn't just apply to the Leitner LH255XL. I've worked with Leitner and the folks over at headsets.com before, and they really do have excellent customer service. I've actually used some Leitner headsets in here for many, many hours of phone calls, conferences, video meetings, and I dig their products and their customer service, so no quarrel there. The best quality headset I have ever used for work. That's a bold claim. Let's read into it a little bit more. After numerous complaints regarding sound quality, I decided to buy one of these instead, rather than go through another headset that we were using. It came with a 5-year warranty, no questions asked. I've done years of work which required use of headsets to talk to people on the phone. Noise cancellation is excellent. There is no feedback from my mic whatsoever. This is hands down the best headset I have ever owned. All right. Great headset, comes with necessary adapters to connect to USB. That is true, confirmed. I'm looking at one here. Let's look at two ones that are not so great. Look elsewhere. I'm not sure how this can be a 5-star rated review by any. I'm not sure how anyone can review this headset 5 stars. Sound quality is terrible compared to a pair of $25 gaming headset. Well, to be fair, I myself am a gamer, for those of you who don't know, and I would personally never use this for gaming. I wouldn't mind using this for excellent sound quality like YouTube or watching Netflix on my laptop. I could see it doing well on that. But gaming is a whole nother ball game. Like, you typically need something that is pretty much designed to play some high quality sound into and to just beat it up. Like serious bass, serious highs, serious lows. It's gaming. I don't know that I would use something like this for gaming personally. But, you know, that's what he said. This person said, disappointed. I had high hopes for this premium headset, but was very disappointed. The headpiece just doesn't fit. I don't have a weird size head either. I'm just sitting here thinking, what does a weird size head look like? And the mouthpiece is way off to the side. You know, I'll level with that guy on that. I just realized that. Don't quote me on this being an exact scientific fact, but I've always heard that for best sound quality with mics, you want it about 1 inch from your mouth. Because this thing is so cushy and it sits out so wide, as you guys can see, I can't really do that. But you know, that's actually an interesting point. Now, if I were using the smaller earpieces, I could see it being closer in, like maybe like this. But, you know, obviously if you're buying an XL for the plush, you're not going to want to use the smaller head earpieces. You're going to want to use the bigger ones. So I could see where this person's headed with that. This person said, extremely satisfied. I have used headsets for 15 years. My ears always hurt from cheaply made earpieces, and customers complained that the connections were not clear. I took a chance on this Leitner, and I could not be more thrilled with how fantastic the customer service and the actual quality of the headset turned out. So I'd say that's a pretty good one there. Anyways, my thoughts before we wrap up this video. I like it. I personally think it feels comfortable. I could see where the person, it could be right. I feel like if you look at this, this is probably a good like 3 to 4 inches away from my mouth. So I can see where people might be saying, hey, I can't hear you. I can't hear you that good, or you sound far away. You could always turn up the mic sensitivity in your computer settings, but that may change something, but results may vary depending on who you are. The price point to me seems a little high, but if it's got the legendary noise cancellation that most Leitners have, maybe it's not a little high. Because I've actually got a Leitner that I've used for literally dozens of hours of calling that is around about $250. It's a different model, doesn't have these big plush earpieces. It's not even a dual, but it's around about 200 and something. And I mean, you can't put a good price to, you can't really put a price on really good noise cancellation. So I don't know that I can really say whether I think the price is too high or too low. Knowing what I know about Leitner products, because I've used a bunch of them, they're high quality products. They really don't skimp on the good noise cancellation and on the good build quality. It feels comfortable on my head, so no issues there. The cord is super epic long, way too long for what we need in the office, but that's just my opinion because other people may need it longer. I would be tying back about almost 80% of this cord for the use that I use it for in the office. So, you know, the quick connect adapter is a huge plus. And the control panel on it is actually really nice. And, you know, it looks nice and it's easy to use. So I would give this thing like a B+ or like an A-, honestly, in my opinion. And the only reason that I would do that is because it's a little too big for me. I don't like how far the mouthpiece is. But more importantly, I don't like how big it is. I don't like to have something on my head this big when I'm in a video meeting. It just looks too loud. So anyways, if you're interested in this headset, I'm going to have a link to it directly below to Leitner's website. Again, big thanks to Leitner for sending this over to us for free for a review. If you've got questions about this headset, or you'd just like for me to hook you up with the folks over at Leitner so that you can talk with them directly to see if this headset or the bunch of others that they have would work for your applications, reach out to me. My consulting service is free. I'm more than happy to hook you up with the folks over there. If you found this video helpful, please like the video. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and subscribe to our channel. We upload new videos every single week. Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group, your go-to guy for the best deals on business phone and internet service in the United States. I'll catch you guys again in the next video.